Digimon UP, Bandai Namco's brand new Digimon mobile game. Finally, since the reveal date, it's been so long, I think like 3 months tops, has a release date, and it's really far away, guys. It's next week. Yep, July 15th, Digimon UP launches. So in today's video, I'm going to be going over the launch, some things we still need to do before launch, and what you can expect from the game. What is up, digital companions? My name is Karn EX and welcome back to another video. I'm being a little bit quiet because I'm recording this at 5 AM and my wife has work later. But yes, producer of Digimon UP, Kimmy P, today or yesterday, depending on your time zone, announced that Digimon UP is releasing on July 15th. They haven't fully confirmed exactly when the release timing will be, but I would assume midnight on the 15th, so I guess the evening of the 14th going over into the 15th, but we'll see for sure this coming week. And they also reiterated that we've gotten so many things during the pre-registration campaign. Supporter Gekomon and Numemon, Patamon pajamas, a bunch of in-game items, but we're just getting a little close to that 1 million pre-registrations to get our Taichi Yagami and Agumon. They haven't revealed exactly what this is yet, but I've got an inkling, let's say, and I think we really need to push now that we have that release date, that it is 1 week away as of today to get that 1 million pre-registration so we can all get free items. It'd be really good. But we also have a bunch of info on the game to kind of give you an idea of what we're looking at. And a few weeks ago, a magazine scan gave us our first look at the home screen of the game, and there's a lot to talk about here. So first of all, of course, we've got our Digimon in the environment. Our Botamon is our Agumon eventually, and then we've got supporter Digimon like Gotsumon, Pupumon, Patimon, and Puamon, and Hagurumon tucked away in the top there, facing off against some child Dokugumon, which I think is really cool. Diving deeper in, then we can see some things going on. What looks like a crossed sword, which I imagine is PvP, and a few other UI icons. There's also a present, which is probably just gifts you get in the game. We can then see a fast forward logo with a 1. It does seem this game is going to be an idle battler and an auto battler, which honestly I'm not mad at. As I've said for a while now, this game definitely seems to be evoking Digivice toys, and whether it's the Digivice toys or even the original Digimon V-Pets, they're auto battlers. You don't really get a ton of influence over the outcome of the battle. Sometimes you get to press buttons or shake a device, but usually Digivice toys have always been auto battlers with some input, and it looks like that's exactly the same situation here. So you're probably going to be able to do something that lets you fast forward battle to make it even faster. Looks like there's like a little box full of the in-game currency, and then we have the cards here, and I think that's how you're going to influence what your Digimon does. These skill cards are going to give Digimon different skills based on what's on the card, based on the Hyper Colosseum, and they do seem to have this refresh or this cooldown, so I do think you're going to have the ability to choose which one you activate next, but it's also likely just going to activate automatically. Then we have this central thing in the middle with Terriermon Assistant and Agumon Expert or Professor Agumon, and it looks like there is a skill plugin in the middle, and you can see a similar thing to the right of them, so that looks like that's going to be some kind of equip, and to the left it looks like we have avatar items for our character, which might help with stats. You can also see your customizable Digivice here that starts out as a prototype, as they've also shown in official media before, and what also seems to be the Crest of Courage. Interesting. Then along the bottom we have a Tamer screen, a Digimon screen, a dungeon screen, camp, explore, and shop. So obviously these are going to be different facets of the game that we can go from there. This is ultimately going to split people as to whether you want an idle auto battler or not, but seeing all these buttons along the bottom, I think there's going to be a lot that's going to be able to be done in the game aside from just watching the auto battling. PvP, dungeons, etc. It's exciting. There is also this little Agumon sprite above the plugins, which I really hope is an option to enable the home screen widget like we had for Digimon Eirias. I'm ultimately looking forward to this. I just want a Digimon mobile game, and whether or not people are actually into this idea, I think the game's going to do well regardless, and I do like that it's more scaled down and pared back, which makes sense when we move over to some other information they gave us this week. First of all, of course, we see this screen choosing your partner. They're going for Agumon, and there's 15 Digimon you can choose at the launch of the game, though I imagine we're going to get more. And they've showed off Tamer customization. We've known this has been a thing for a while based on context clues and the fact that we're getting the Patamon pajamas from pre-registration, but here we see a screen with 3 eye choices plus eye color and skin color choices, and there's haircuts, costumes, and shoes. Obviously when you first start there's probably a very limited selection, but you'll get more as the game goes on. Then we see the feeding screen, and they've got 100 million meat here, and this is one of the reasons why I think we're now getting a more curated pool of starter Digimon. As you can see here, this is a completely unique sprite for Agumon. Now, I'm not defending billion-dollar companies saying that they couldn't make more sprite sprites for more Digimon, but Digimon UP is clearly a smaller project. In my opinion, Digimon mobile games have not been making the kind of money Bandai Namco wants outside of China, but they still want something for Digimon fans, and of course they want to make revenue. So I think they decided to make something with a much smaller team that doesn't have as many overheads and costs, and hopefully can recoup them more. Hopefully meaning the end of service won't be so soon, because the project itself has a smaller budget and a smaller team. And so with this smaller team, I think that is why we're only getting like 15 starter Digimon, but of course they're going to add more as time goes on. The offset there is that partner Digimon get unique animations and sprites, like this feeding animation. They probably have their own unique stats, special moves, and of course evolution lines, which supported Digimon almost certainly don't have. They will just be Gekomon, Numemon on their own, but there will be many more supported Digimon because they only really require one set of sprites and animations. Again, not a defense of the fact that there's not a ton of partner Digimon or branching evolution, but at least I get it. And my hope is that after launch, we'll get Digimon from Frontier, Data Squad, Cross Wars, and Adventure 2020, because we do already have confirmed that those Digivices are going to be in the game. I think it'd be really interesting, for example, as we do have Agumon through to War Greymon and Gabumon through to Metal Garurumon, if when we get to Adventure 2020 banners for starter Digimon, we get their evolution lines going through to Blitz Greymon and Crest Garurumon instead. That would be fun. We also see the training screen here, and something I really like about this is it appears to be branching training. So you can choose which stats you focus in on for your Digimon through what looks to be some kind of like training energy system. And they say here, grow Digimeat for your partner Digimon in your meat field. Through eating, they can earn buff skills at random, so feed them until you are satisfied with your build. So yeah, there's gonna be like a Tanemon style Digimon World 1 Digifarm that we can grow meat on. Again, just something a little bit extra to just the auto battling mechanics, which I think is awesome. Besides all this, they have also launched a campaign that unfortunately is only available in the US or Japan if you live in Japan and go over to the Japanese versions of the social media. They are giving away a special Digimon UP version of the Digimon TCG card Future Potential, featuring the sprites of all the rookies from the partner Digimon at launch. If you are American or Japanese, you can enter this by going over to the social media for Digimon UP, I believe just the Twitter account, but they might be other places too. Follow the Digimon UP account and then post which Digimon you hope to train using the button below. Plus, comment on this post using Digimon Upcoming 0715 for increased chances. So yes, 15 people are going to receive this card, and I'm not at all mad that I'm not in America and I can't enter. Bandai, please. We have had some more confirmation of Digimon that will be in the game, such as Monzemon, Frigimon, Digitamamon, Meramon, the already confirmed Numemon, and Bakemon. But yeah, I'm really looking forward to this game. Obviously, gameplay and footage is limited, but I think that's intentional. They're trying to build more hype, they're showing what they can, and I think I really want everyone to experience the game at launch together. Of course, I'm going to be streaming the game. I'm going to do a launch day video, and then either that night or the next day, I will be playing the game on stream. First day is going to be kind of just getting to grips with the game. Second day, if there is PvP, we'll be doing PvP, and then we'll just kind of go from there. But I think I'm going to at least stream Digimon UP once a week until Digimon Elysian comes out, and maybe when Digimon Elysian comes out, I'll stream UP and Elysian twice a week. Thank you so much to my sovereign ZDK14, as well as everyone else who supports me over on patreon.com/Karn EX, and my YouTube channel members here on YouTube. I really do appreciate you, and I'll see you next time when we go digital. Bye bye.